Which SEC coaches are on the biggest hot seat for the 2025 season? That's what we're going to talk about in today's video. We're going to break down all the coaches, where they sit, where their job security is right now. But there's three guys that immediately come to mind when I look at the SEC in general. And we're going to start at the top. And I think it starts with Hugh Freeze at Auburn. They brought this guy in to change things around, to develop a high-powered offense, to get Auburn back on the winning side of things. Right now, they're kind of a laughingstock in the league. Nobody respects Auburn. They're a program that is desperate to be a winner, and I don't know if it's coming anytime soon. The Hugh Freeze hire is a perfect fit for Auburn, but it didn't scare anyone. In 2023, he's only been there for 2 years, which sounds a little crazy. Not really. He went 6-7 in 2023 with losses to New Mexico State and Maryland. Ugly. I know that's year one, but you can't be losing to New Mexico State, okay? Maryland, I guess Auburn's right there with Maryland as a program, as crazy as that sounds. Last year, they went 5-7, 2-6 in the SEC. They lost to Cal at home, Arkansas at home, and Vanderbilt at home. I don't know who the quarterback is coming in next season. If they think Jackson Arnold is going to be the guy to lead them somewhere, anywhere, they're mistaken, right? I would just throw that five-star quarterback Deuce Knight in there day one and say, hey, I'm Hugh Freeze. This is my guy. We're rolling with him. And maybe it saves them another year if they have another bad season next year. As long as the quarterback shows some promise, maybe he sticks around. But I'm telling you, that dude's going to have to start winning games at some point. 6-7, 5-7. It can't be going backwards. If they go backwards, the folks at Auburn are going to be like, what are we doing here, right? We brought this guy in to win. He is losing. Everyone's laughing at us. They've got a long way to go. I like their defensive end, Cedric Falk. They've got some players. I don't know if it's good enough to lead them anywhere. There you go. At Oklahoma, that's going to be tough next year. At A&M, they've got Georgia at home. Can lose that one, obviously. Missouri at home, that's a losable game. At Arkansas, which could get tricky. Kentucky, Vanderbilt, Alabama. Vandy and Kentucky, I'm not sure how good those teams are going to be, but Auburn is Auburn. They cannot be trusted, but the dude can recruit. He had the number 6 overall recruiting class of 2024. At the end of the day, you got to win games. Recruiting's great. You got to win games, and they're not doing that. He needs to win some big games, or else that seat is going to be crazy hot this time next year. All right, Billy Napier at Florida, right? The Gators are 19-19 through his first 3 years. 19-19. 6-7 in 2022, 5-7 in 2023, 8-5 last year. Now, it looked ugly at first. They got blown out by Miami. They lost a few games. But after losing to Georgia and Texas, the Gators beat LSU, Ole Miss, Florida State, and Tulane in the world-famous Gasparilla Bowl. Gasparilla Bowl, right? That's it, right? Who cares? Okay, so they ended the season on a high note, and that's somewhat turned the heat down a little bit. He's got a quarterback in DJ Lagway. Again, Auburn doesn't have one that I know of, except for that talented freshman. DJ Lagway is good, though. I believe in him. I think they're average on offense outside of him. They've got some nice pieces on defense. They had the number 9 recruiting class in 2025. They got to start winning games, though. I mean, that program has somewhat recent success, and people remember those national titles that they had, and they've had their runs. And it's an athletic department that wins, right? They just won the whole thing in basketball. Baseball is consistently good. They're good at just about most sports. Football might be their worst. I don't know if they're all in. I don't know if they'll ever be truly all in on football again, but they need to be. But Billy Napier ain't scaring anyone. When they hired him, I think everyone's like, really? Billy Napier? Sunbelt Billy? I don't know. And they're 19-19, right? They got to beat Georgia at some point. They've had success against LSU and Florida State, obviously, but I mean, they've got to take a big step forward or else they're looking for another coach. It's been a revolving door of coaches for the last 10 years down in Gainesville. I don't think Billy Napier's the guy. They finished strong last year. They've got a quarterback. They need to really get it going. But no doubt, he's still on the hot seat. No doubt about it. Brian Kelly at LSU. LSU is a place where you can go and win. Brian Kelly's got to win a national championship there. He's been there 3 years. He went 10-4 in 2022. Won the West. Very respectable first year, right? But he had Jaden Daniels. 10-3 in 2023. had Jane Daniels again. Last year, without Jane Daniels, they went 9-4, had some ugly losses in 2024. Garrett Nussmeier, he ain't Jaden Daniels, okay? He's just not it. That guy cannot be trusted. Any of you out there thinking, you know what? I'm starting to like this LSU team. Or you know what? I think Garrett Nussmeier could win a Heisman. Stop. Stop that right now. That guy cannot be trusted. This team can't be trusted. They are 0-3 in season openers. They've got up and down quarterback play. They had the number 7 class in the country in 2025. So they've got talent. I don't know if he's the right fit at LSU. I don't know what it is, but you lost 4 games in year 1, 3 in year 2, 9-4. Those folks are not going to be happy if he turns in another 9-4 season. That seat's going to be pretty hot. I don't know what the contract is. Probably should have looked that up beforehand. It's going to get ugly down there in Baton Rouge if dude goes 9-4 again. That's all I'm saying. He's got to start really competing. The West is up for grabs, right? Alabama isn't Alabama. Maybe they take a step forward next year. They're not going away. LSU needs to really kick it in gear. I said the West is up for grabs. There is no West in East. That was a brain fart. I'm still wrapping my mind around all the differences in college football. There is no West. Just forget I said that, all right? The SEC is not up for grabs. You got Georgia, you got Texas, you got a lot of good teams. I don't know if LSU is good enough to compete for an SEC title anytime soon. I don't know. They've got to really turn it around. There is no SEC West. Laugh at me if you want. I'm laughing at myself as soon as I end this. That was dumb. Kirby Smart's not going anywhere. Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss, not going anywhere. Josh Heupel at Tennessee, I don't think he's going anywhere. With a bad year, maybe they start to question him a little bit, but I don't think he's going anywhere. So these seats are cold. Nothing's happening to these guys. Steve Sarkisian at Texas, not going anywhere anytime soon. Clark Lee, I think is safe at Vanderbilt. Mike Elko just kind of got the job at A&M. He's not going anywhere. That seat's pretty cold. Jeff Levy at State, with a really terrible year, I guess they can start turning the heat up on him, but he's barely been there. Eli Drinkwitz at Missouri, I think he's safe. They're totally fine with what he brings to the table. Getting rid of that guy at a program like Missouri, no, keep that guy as long as possible. Brent Venables last summer signed a 6-year deal worth almost $52 million at Oklahoma. They were not great last year. I think they'll probably be one of the more improved teams in the SEC this upcoming season. I think they will take a significant step forward, not a small one. I think they will be much improved from last season. They hit the portal hard. They're bringing in some really good players. He's a good coach. It was a real struggle at first, but I think he's starting to get it together and build them up. I don't think they're going to be competing for the SEC, but I think he's safe. I don't think he's going anywhere, especially with that deal. Sam Pittman. Let's talk about Sam Pittman. He went 7-6 in 2024. He beat Auburn, beat Tennessee, beat Mississippi State, and he beat Texas Tech. In Arkansas, I think that's fine. They lost some big games, or they lost to the teams they should have lost to. They lost to the better teams. I don't know what the expectation is for Arkansas. That's one of the toughest jobs in America. He did go 4-8 in 2023. That was ugly. But before that, he went 7-6. And in 2021, he went 9-4. Sam Pittman is great for Arkansas. It's a great fit. He loves that place. How can you hire a guy and expect him and say 7-6 not good enough in Fayetteville? What are we doing here? I think he's safe, but another 4-8 season anytime soon. And yeah, he might be on his way out. But respectable season last year for Arkansas. Shane Beamer, I think he's not going anywhere. 29-22 in 5 years ain't all that great, but he went 9-4 last year. Ended the season number 19. If you're a South Carolina fan, you're dancing in the streets. He beat Clemson, their Super Bowl. Beat Kentucky, which is like a playoff game to them. That is a big deal, that Kentucky game. They look down on Kentucky. They think there's no reason they should be losing to the Cats in football. Beat Clemson, beat Kentucky, beat A&M for the first time since A&M has been in the conference, I think. And they beat Oklahoma. They've got Lenore Sellers, one of the best returning quarterbacks in college football. They don't need to be taking a step back now. And if they take a step back, people are going to get real frustrated at Shane. They should have beat Illinois. I think that would have ended the season. That would have been one of the best South Carolina seasons of all time if they end that with a win against Illinois. They didn't, but they should be adequate to good next year. Can't go backwards. They probably will because it's South Carolina. I think his job is safe, but there's going to be some people upset with Shane Beamer if he doesn't keep this thing moving forward, especially after a big year last year. He's got a contract that was extended through the 2030 season with a nice raise, starting salary $8.15 million in 2025. He's going to make over $8 million this year. Dude ain't going anywhere. Kalen DeBoer's not going anywhere. 9-4 first season, beat Georgia, LSU, and Auburn. Did not make the playoffs. If he doesn't make the playoffs again next year, Alabama fans will want to throw him out in the streets and get rid of him. But you got to give the guy some time. He's not Nick Saban. Let him do his thing. Let him build the culture and the program and all that. But he beat Georgia. That was their Super Bowl. That was a big deal. So I got to give him that. Mark Stoops at Kentucky. He's been there 13 seasons. He went 4-8 last year. 4-8 last year. 7-6 the year before that. 7-6 the year before that. I know it's Kentucky. I know Kentucky football is a joke, but I still think it's probably dumb if you get rid of Mark Stoops. I don't think he's going to go 4-8 next year. Maybe. I haven't looked at the schedule. Are they going to be that bad? Someone let me know in the comment section. Are they supposed to be that bad again? If they go 4-8, then yeah, super hot seat. Got to make a change. But it feels like the guy is Kentucky football now. He's made them halfway respectable. Got to give him a lot of credit for that. I mean, who are you going to get? You're not getting a big-time coach to come to Kentucky. So I think you just got to hope and pray that it gets better and you don't go 4-8 again. But those are the hot seat guys. Some are very much on the hot seat. Some aren't on it at all. And I think some others are a little questionable. Okay, thanks for watching. This was a bad video, and I really apologize. It's Sunday. It's Mother's Day, so it's something to watch. Something to watch. I hope you're having a great time with your mother, your wife, all the women, mothers in your family. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. You are a dedicated Georgia Dawg Post fan. If you watch this all the way through, I love you because this was not a good one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you over on the website.